What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block for June 26th, 2018. Number 115. Woo! I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, that retro code, Eddie V, Edward Varnell.
Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be back. Yes.
It sounds like you read that off of a cue card, like you're supposed to say that.
Well, I have nothing to really yell or anything until I get more confirmation about Yoshi, so I can say, "Well, Yoshi."
True, fair. Joining us, the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas.
How's it going, guys?
Woo! He has his beer back, everybody.
Yeah.
Got
a little bit of scruff again. I don't look like a teenage boy anymore.
Not gonna lie, you don't have the beard. It looks weird.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it. Honestly, what happened is I was trying to shave it and trying to trim it down and everything, and I just made I didn't have the right size and cut too much off, and then at that point there's no going back, so I'm just like, F it. I got rid of all of it.
Right. I've done that a lot.
Yeah.
So.
I just did a haircut because I look like a pimp right now.
Yeah, dude. I need a haircut too, man. I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is just it's long and gross, and I need a haircut. You get to that point when you're washing your hair and you're washing the soap out, and it's just it's not getting there because your hair is so thick, and you're just this is gross. I need a haircut. So I'll probably get one this week at some point. I want to do it before the baby comes.
I'm gonna try to go and get mine done tomorrow because I'm tired of walking into work and just I feel out of place with this haircut.
Well, before we get started, Ed and I were talking, and since we both have a change of a little bit of situations, Nintendo Pow Block is going to just be once a week for the time being. A, summer, there's not really a ton of news, but B, we have some different life things happening, and we enjoy having Jesse on. He's only available on the weekends, so Nintendo Pow Block is just going to be once a week. Still on Tuesdays. Just wanted to get that out of the way in case anybody was like, where's my Friday episode? I'm like, well, there it is. There's your explanation.
Yes.
So, yeah, man, what have we been playing this week? We've played a lot, I think. Ed, we played a lot.
Oh, yes.
Sure. But I'm gonna start with Jesse because he's been playing some interesting things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of retro games and stuff on my NES, it's my Retron, but I've been playing the other day I finally went back to, I had bought it a while ago, but a game called Renegades, I think, and it's a beat 'em up, but it's a really weird one where the A and the B button at all times switch what they do. So depending on what side of the map you're facing on, if you're facing a guy, you're on, facing them the left to the left, then is it B?
Yeah.
B.
That they kick to the left.
Yeah,
and then when you turn around, they kick to the right. I mean, hit A, they kick to the right.
Yeah.
When you're facing the other side.
Yeah. So it's kind of it takes some getting used to, but I actually got a hold of it really well.
You never played Renegade before?
No, I had.
I've never
a
played it.
long time ago, but it had been so long since I played it.
Wow.
I completely forgot about it, but I had picked it up, because I'm like, oh, I remember this game being pretty decent.
That game was...
It's a beat 'em up. I mean, all the beat 'em ups at that time, honestly, none of them are as good as we thought they were, other than maybe Double Dragon and stuff like that. But,
well, it's from the creators of Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Technos, and I think Trade West is the publisher of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I played some Master System games. I was playing.
Oh, jeez.
Enduro
Racer. You were playing Enduro Racer, weren't you?
No, I was playing Rescue Mission, my favorite light gun game. That because what happened is that I work at a school, and they were getting rid of a whole bunch of their old school TVs.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The ones that they strap down to carts.
Yeah.
And
the big old CRTs.
Yeah. So they got rid of one of theirs, and up to this point, none of my CRT TVs that I have, they're all too new, the frame rate is too high on them.
Yeah.
And so none of them I could really use the light gun games. It would flash the screen when I pushed the trigger, but it didn't actually recognize where I was shooting. And so I had seen that they were getting rid of these one day, and I'm like, okay, well, just in case if no one takes it, I'm gonna bring my Retron and my light gun and stuff to work and just try it on it first to see if it actually works on it. And sure enough, it did. Nice. So I threw it in my car that day, and I switched it out. And now the big CRT TV that I had, because this one's a little bit smaller, but not by much. But it's fine because I didn't have enough ports on the other one anyways to put all of my systems into the one. So now I just have my PS2 and my Dreamcast on the big one, the other one that I used to have, and then just hooked up my my Retron to this TV. So now I can use light gun games and stuff on it. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, so I was playing some of that, and then there was some Sega games too that I played a little bit. I forget which one it was.
I remember playing Gangster Town on Super Master on the Master System.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is now if I'm gonna start looking for a little bit for more of those light gun games for the Master System, because now that I have a TV that it works decent on, I can play them. So
our light gun messed up, and it messed up so bad we don't know how, that we had to turn it upside down to shoot.
Oh.
And so it would register when it was upside down, so maybe a chip or something. But when we turned it up, it never went through, and we didn't sit on it or anything. It just stopped working that way.
Did you try it sideways?
We even tried it sideways, and it didn't go through.
Wow.
I love the light gun for Master System. Seriously, the Master System was so ahead of its time. When it came out,
I would argue that
it had the 3D and all that stuff for it.
I would argue that a lot of Sega systems were at some point or another, in some way or another, the Master System, but then the Dreamcast with its online stuff, and then the Genesis and the Nomad and the Sega CD. Not that they were good products, but they were trying something.
Yeah. Well, and I think that was their downfall, is they were doing so much investing into technology and trying new stuff that it just kind of, they started wearing away at their bank account, and it just wasn't selling well enough, for them to make the money back on what they were investing, on some of the products anyways. Because some of the systems obviously did really well for them, but there was just they had so much hardware out there and not selling enough of it to make up for it. So I think unfortunately they kind of did themselves in that way, but it was good for the consumer because we had all these like cool things that you could, you know, get and like add to the system. And like, yeah, that whole idea of like adding stuff, I know Nintendo at one point wanted to try to do that stuff too, but it never really, you know, happened. Like they wanted to add the CD drive to the Super Nintendo or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just didn't really go move forward. So
yeah.
But
yeah. Is that all you've been playing, Jesse? Just your retro stuff?
Well, yeah, I played a little Fortnite on Switch, just because it was easy. I could just throw my Switch, prop it up by the stove while I'm making dinner, and just play a game or two while I'm waiting for dinner to cook and stuff, and you know, do things or whatever around the kitchen while I'm playing. And then you know, obviously we played some the Division and stuff this weekend.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it. I was saying earlier before we started recording the show, but I don't think I've played Shaq Fu a couple of times here and there, and I actually think it's game of the year already. No, it's not, like, it's honestly not as bad as I was expecting it to be. Like, and by no means is it worth the price that they have on it to buy it on Switch. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not worth that at all, but like, I actually think it plays really well, and it actually isn't that bad of a game. Like, I could see it being like a $9.99 game or something like that. Like, you know, I'd pay $10 for it. You know, maybe 15, but I think that's even pushing it a little. But it honestly, it isn't too bad. You know, it's competitive or repetitive, you know, but most beat 'em up games are. So I did, like I was saying to Corey, I do like the whole throwback, or their nod to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time. Where when you hit the characters, they fly against the screen and then slide down it, stuff like that. You know, those kind of little additions that they did to it are fun. But yeah, I didn't think it's too bad.
Nice. Ed, what about you? What have you been playing?
So, I'm going to start with Switch. I always feel like I have to start with certain systems because I've been playing so much throughout the week. So, starting with Switch, played a little bit more of Breath of the Wild, and man, I was playing with the Pro Controller, and it still looks and feels so good. I'm just like, oh, this feels just amazing, so breathtaking. So I'm still doing some hunting, getting weapons, and doing shrines and everything. Still haven't gotten to any guardians or anything, but just really enjoying it, really loving this game. Still finding stuff that I never found in the Wii U version. It's just like, yes. Pick up Chef Brigade. I think that's it. Is that like 2D kind of chef game where you're trying to get animals and ingredients, and then you got to do like a puzzle Tetris style kind of thing to cook. So I picked that up on a good sale. Got to play the Treasure Tracker, the demo. Just really wanted to try it out with Switch. And I played that with the Pro Controller. And I'm just like, yep, it's still a great, amazing game. Put 2.5 hours of work into Octopath Traveler. So I beat the first boss just like that's in the demo, but I was literally grinding. Like, I only got 30 minutes before my 3-hour gameplay session is up. But I got it saved, so I'm ready to have it carry over to the main game. Can't wait to play that. They haven't touched N++ or Just Shade and Beats just yet. I'm going to get to those games this week because Corey is ahead of me in N plus plus, and I need to catch up. And I just like I need this in my life right now. Just a good small platform game to be like, give me one more try. I can do it. I know I can do it. So that's pretty much been on Switch. For PS4, been putting a lot of time into Mad Max. That's my backlog game for 2 weeks. Since I'm in my second week, I've been pouring more time into that, unlocking more areas and getting more of the story. I'm still kind of in the intro section of it a little bit, but I am definitely enjoying that game, and hopefully by Saturday I can finish it. Play Infamous, First Light, and Batman Arkham Knight. Getting the feeling of those games, so I can't wait to return to that. For Xbox One, been playing The Division like last Friday, even before we was playing Squad Goals on Saturday. I was putting a lot of time into my character on The Division, just like I'm off of work and just feel like shooting stuff. And I think because now I know what to do in that game, I'm getting better weapons and making sure that I get better mods. I'm now doing a lot of side missions so I can get my money up and buy like better gear and everything. Like I'm trying to clear stuff here and there, and hopefully by the time I get to the end of the game that I get to my high level and I clear everything in the whole board and stuff. So enjoying that. I do have Far Cry 5. I'm going to probably be installing it after the show.
Nice.
So I can get ready so I can start playing that. Yeah, because like after this week, after I play Mad Max, I'm jumping into my Xbox backlog game. And Far Cry 5 isn't part of it, but I know just hearing Jesse talk a lot about it, just be like, okay, yes, I asked you that question, should I buy it for 30? Jesse said, yes, you need this game, you need to buy it. So I picked it up, and it's been in the Target bag, just sitting on my stand, and I'm just like, you know what, I need to install this so I can play it. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I thought I played something. No, I didn't play anything for 360. Oh, yeah, I did play something for 360. I played Darksiders. Had a good play of that. I can't tell you reasons why yet that I have played it with a certain person.
Why not?
You just have to wait until September to understand why. Things are happening. Things are in rotation, so I can't tell you why I haven't been playing it, but actually had a great time playing that game, and can't wait to the future to play a little bit more of that game. So but yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing for Xbox One. That's the games I play for PS4 and Switch. Been charging up my 2DS, and I'm planning on getting some gaming done in that because I really want to finish a lot of titles on my 2DS for the summer. So can't wait to be jumping into that. But pretty much that's what I've been playing. That's what I've been on.
Yeah,
Nice.
and you mentioning that, I forgot. Yeah, I played a little Far Cry 5 this week too. So.
Did you finish it yet, Jesse?
No, I have too much fun just fooling around, man. It's an open world game. I don't ever get
Shoot.
anything done.
I have to apologize to you. I haven't been back to Naruto Shippuden, and I need to get back to it and finish it. I was talking to Corey that I might be switching my stuff over to my Xbox One S.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, did you get one? Did you get one up?
I got one. I got one when
Toys R Us was going out. He got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
that's
chat
cool.
I'll chat to you in the chat about that one.
Well, and I'm kind of jealous because I really would like to see what Far Cry 5 looks like, and with the better system. Because I still, I just have my regular Xbox One, and
Yeah.
I mean it's not bad on there, but I don't know. I guess I don't know if they have 4K or any kind of up-res stuff for the higher system.
It doesn't. It still plays everything in 1080p, but like how a lot of Xbox One games kind of do dynamic resolution on the fly because it prioritizes frame rate over resolution.
Mm.
Yeah.
It has a more stable resolution. Like in Halo 5 is like the big example where like hey, we prioritize frame rate over resolution, so sometimes your resolution can dip to 900p or 720p if there's a lot going on on screen at one time. And like the Xbox One S pretty much keeps it at 1080p the whole time.
Okay.
So I mean,
Okay.
I honestly, that if you're not looking for like 4K stuff, I think the S is still worth the upgrade.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's also coming from me who,
Has a OX. I'm probably going to look like for Black Friday, seeing how that works out. Because like at my new job, the hours don't change, which is I'm kind of happy about that. Whether it's for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, even though we'll be open for Christmas also, but that's fine. Because my job is close to Target, I'll probably stop in, and they got like a 19 or a 21 inch like HDR 4K TV or anything like that, like for $250. I'll probably pick one up. If not, I'll see what's on Amazon to order and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean they're $199 on Amazon, the S's. So.
Oh, I'm talking about the TV.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about TVs, but who knows? My money's going to be going a lot other places right now. So
yeah,
and like every time I talk about like TVs and stuff, someone's like, "Why do you need a new TV?" I'm like, "Well, because," was my answer. It's fine. It's just the wife not understanding my love of technology. It's fine. You know what?
Yes.
She can watch Real Housewives on the little TV, whatever. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay, well, I'll keep my list short. In terms of Switch, I've played a little bit of Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is a fun game. The adventure mode or the camp, whatever you want to call it, single player campaign mode, whatever, is real fun. I've only been through a few stages in, but it's fun. I like the change of pace in terms of like fighting, or it's pretty much like puzzles and battling bosses and stuff instead of like a normal game of tennis, which, I mean, it's one of our news stories, but a lot of people are mad that you just can't play a normal game of tennis. Which is, I'm sure they're gonna patch it in soon, because like so many people are mad about that. But
what? Why? Oh, you said we'll talk about it later, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I've been getting back into Quantum Break for Xbox because Control looks really amazing, and I'm like, I didn't really give Quantum Break the fair shake it deserved. And after that first hour, man, Quantum Break is like, I wish more people would play this game. Like, it is cool. I haven't gotten to like a TV episode or anything yet, but like, I really like the way the powers work, and like, you can freeze somebody and dart over here and shoot someone, and then like they give you a lot of stuff like right up front too. It's not like you have to unlock. Oh, well, you probably unlock stuff, but they give you a lot of base stuff right away, and it's really cool, man. Quantum Break is a cool game. And
I can't wait to jump into that game. I've been so much. I bought it when it came out, and it's just like, I really want to play this, and I don't know what's holding me back from playing it.
And like,
I played it for, I think I probably put a good like 3 hours or so, or 2 hours into it already, but something happened where there was a bunch of other things that came out, and I just kind of stopped playing it, and started playing other things. But yeah, I maybe we all could we'll all have to get back into it then, because I wouldn't mind getting back into it too.
Yeah.
I played a lot of The Witcher 3 also, just to get a feel for like CD Projekt's world building and stuff, because Cyberpunk looks really cool. So I've been playing that, and then also on Switch I've been playing N++ like nonstop. I can't stop. I can't stop. I've been
Won't stop.
I've been on the same set of levels for like 3 days, and I can't stop. Like I'm getting to the point where like you literally have to be perfect in getting some of this stuff, and it's like, or you just have to start over. And like I'll get to like the 4th or 5th level in a thing, and I'll just I can't. I gotta just keep trying. I just gotta keep going. And so like that's where I'm at with N++ is like I gotta be perfect at everything to collect all these stupid yellow things. So I love that game so much. The only thing that bothers me is I cannot use B to jump. I have to use A, and it bothers me so bad. Because like
yeah, you can't change it, right?
I know.
You can't.
Oh, it bothers me so much. But I mean I've gotten used to it, but like it's not how I want it. So like I find myself messing up because I'm pressing the wrong button. It's not because like I don't know what I'm doing. It's because I go to press B to jump and not A, and it's just so N++ though, man, that is a fantastic video game. I love that game so much.
Yes.
I've been playing a bunch of other stuff for other projects though, but we played a lot of Division and PUBG. Jesse, we played PUBG this weekend.
Yeah.
We finally got into the new map though for Royale with Cheese. So
Yeah.
coming up in the next couple weeks, you're gonna see the desert map. So I like that map a lot. I don't know why people don't like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Is it a map you could choose, or they still doing random?
It's all random.
It's
still.
It's random. Yeah.
That's so weird.
But on the PC version though, you can vote.
Yeah.
So.
But they also have the full version of the game.
Yeah, I'm just saying it'll probably come over to Xbox at some point to vote. And
Yeah.
then they're going to release that new smaller map eventually too. That's basically like the Fortnite map. So
Yeah.
Fortnite also. Jesse, I know you said you played it on Switch, which guess who can't play it on Switch? This guy. So
Yay.
I have to create some new accounts and stuff. It's the stupid PlayStation thing, man. It's just I literally can't play Fortnite on Switch because it makes you log in on Switch. You know how on Xbox you can kind of get around it by not logging in? You have to log in on Switch, and like it just makes me mad.
It should give you the option though, I think, on Switch to just like I kept on exiting out, and then eventually it gave me the option to log in as guest, and then it just made like a randomized like letter and number name for my character. So I'm just using just a made up guest account on mine, since I don't plan on buying the full thing anyway on it. So I don't know, there is a way around it, but but what's really screwy though is like once you log in or you do any kind of thing on the game for Switch, you cannot log out. It's so stupid.
You can't log out on Xbox either.
Yeah, but I mean, just like in general, it's just so dumb because I'm like, well, because I did that, and I'm like, well, I got to find out what my battle, or my account thing, or whatever information is, so I can log into my Switch later. And I go back, and it doesn't give you the option to log out. I'm like, well, what the hell? Now I can't go back and change it. So I think you have to do it all online or something dumb like that. You got to log into your account online and then add your account, and I don't know. They really do need to change. Like part of it is definitely their fault. They make it way too difficult to do that kind of crap.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna do at some point is actually just make an email address and a separate account, like a separate email address, and link all my gaming stuff to it, so it's not attached to my personal stuff. I got way too much stuff attached to my personal account, and I just need to do that. So I'll probably do that sometime this week. But
yeah, I heard more details about that.
Yeah, I mean,
about with Sony and stuff. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not to get off topic because we got to get to some stuff, but like, did you see that Sony is doubling down on it and they released a Fortnite bundle in Europe? And
no,
yeah, they're releasing a Fortnite PlayStation 4 Pro bundle in Europe and probably coming here at some point, where it's an exclusive skin, 500 V-Bucks, and it said play Fortnite with your friends on PlayStation 4 right on the box.
Wow.
Which actually ties into our topic of the show at the end of the show because I know we all want to talk about the big thing that's swirling around Microsoft and Nintendo right now. But
yeah,
we played Gears 4 too as well.
Well,
I forgot about that.
No, we sat in a lobby for 45 minutes trying to get in, which is a little ridiculous. Like, like Microsoft is like the best at matchmaking and online service stuff. You would think like, I don't know what was going on, man. I don't know if we just haven't played enough, and it's just like, oh, you guys are too bad to play with people. Like, you guys suck too bad to play with human beings.
Well,
right.
I think part of the issue is too like what time of the day we're playing at, like because I've noticed with any games, even the games that a lot of people are playing, like hundreds of thousands of people are playing at all times, like Call of Duty games and stuff. I've had issues on Sunday night for whatever reason. Sunday nights are like really bad for matchmaking games. Like I've noticed, like it doesn't matter what game you're playing, but if you play late on a Saturday night, like I have troubles with almost any multiplayer game on Sunday nights trying to find good matches or whatever. So I've just with me playing a lot on nights when I used to, before I joined the show, like that's literally what I would do on my weekends is just play stuff. And yeah, like Sunday nights were always the worst to try to play online.
That's insane. But anyways, before we get into our news bits, there's a few things I want to address. I want to congratulate Nerds Gone Rogue host Matthew Keel on his current engagement. Congratulations, Matt. We love you. We hope you and Reba are very happy. And then, I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow when we record it. But like, I'm very proud of him. I'm not gonna give it away, but how he did it and where he did it somehow does not surprise me one bit. So, tweet at him or send him some love at infinite_rewind on Twitter or Instagram. Just shout him, give him a congratulations. I'm very happy for him. Also, just a quick plug, episode 100 of Nerds Gone Rogue proper is out on podcast services everywhere and Spotify. I would appreciate if people went and watched the video, even though like the video is very, very long and would probably service people better to listen to it in audio form. But I'm very proud of the edit of the video and like the musical breaks in between and the ending and the blooper section. And I'm very happy with the music choices that we made. It just all kind of came together and it was awesome. So just Nerds Gone Rogue 100 is out. Go listen to it. I'm very happy.
Congrats to you guys.
Thanks.
That. So
even though we're on episode 115, those guys losers. Am I right? Oh wait, I'm on that show. Whoops. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're gonna get into some of these news bits. There's not very much important news, but there is one big topic that we are gonna get to. So we're gonna get through probably 3 or 4 news stories before we get to the big one, which will be our topic of the show. Oh, also, we're bringing Question Block back next week, so email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. We will be inserting the Question Block section. I'm trying to do this with a lot of the shows. Ed, not this week, but next week, I have Arsenal X questions to send you.
okay.
So, yeah. Anyways, nintendopowblock@gmail.com or on Twitter @NGRPowblock. Send us your questions. We want to read them. That said, news bits. Ed.
Yes.
Jesse.
Yes.
I have a small trivia question for you. How many days do you think it's been since Pokemon Go teased trading? How many days?
The mobile game?
Yeah.
8.
8 days?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like about maybe 3 or 4 days?
No. You guys are both way off. Pokemon
1.
Go. This comes from Game Informer. Niantic adds trading to Pokemon Go after teasing it for 1,016 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so Pokemon Go trading is coming to the popular mobile game for finally. I think they're trying to get Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go for Switch all on the same page so they can kind of move everything back and forth, and kind of have them be. But Pokemon Go finally getting trading. So, not that it's going to make me re-download the game, but I'm excited for the people who are still playing that game. That game still brings in like $10 million a day.
Yeah, I actually I've actually recently with the announcement of the new Pokemon game, I've actually played it occasionally, just because like I haven't played since like the massive updates and the adding of like a lot of characters. So like now like every character, every Pokemon that I catch is like brand new. I haven't caught before, so just trying to get some new stuff because I do plan on getting that game. So
yeah. What about you, Ed? How do you feel about
I don't play it, so
yeah.
I
Dang it,
don't
Ed.
care.
I know. Yeah. So, yay, Pokemon Go for finally 3 years later getting that in there. So, our next story also comes from Game Informer. Team Sonic Racing adds 3 new racers: Amy, Kao, and of course, everybody's favorite Sonic character, Big the Cat. All coming to Team Sonic Racing. Yay!
Yay!
Are you guys getting Team Sonic Racing?
No.
My thing is I want once it comes out and everything, see what they have to offer. I'm not gonna say no completely that I'm not gonna get it, but now I'm not interested. Like if they bring something to the table that like Mario Kart doesn't offer, then maybe I'll pick it up. But
like Sonic characters.
well, yeah. I mean,
like for me, I'm saying no because I plan on getting Forza Horizon 4. So,
Forza Horizon.
well, yeah, but I don't have to buy that, so that will be free.
cheap.
Thank you.
Game Pass.
cheap.
Thank you, Microsoft.
You cheap hazard.
You know what, Jesse? I'm with you.
You're cheap. Both of you guys.
It's not called cheap. It's called being on a budget.
Yeah.
Very true.
Budget gaming. I have another mouth to feed now, Ed. Okay. That's one less game a month. I can crush I can crush carrots and applesauce for less than $60 a month, right? Man,
you gotta get one of those. What are they? The bullets or whatever.
Yeah. So our next story comes from everywhere on the planet, but this one's from My Nintendo News. Yoshi for Nintendo Switch will release in 2019. Their source is from Game Informer that Yoshi's next adventure for Nintendo Switch has been delayed till 2019. It surprised quite a few people that the game wasn't showcased at Nintendo V3, but of course there was another story going around that Reggie just said that they need a little bit more time and they want to make the game as fun as it possibly can be. So sad, but we'll see it later this year. They also said in an interview that Yoshi will be shown later this year in another direct, which kind of expected that. I mean, they want to highlight a lot of games for this fall and then probably mid next year. So, they only show games a lot of this most of the time, games 6 to 9 months out, and we saw that at E3. And Yoshi's probably going to be during the summer. I'm guessing Captain Toad drops in July, and I'm guessing that's where Yoshi's going to drop as well. So, kind of sad, but I'm looking forward to the new Yoshi game. I think it looks good. I think it looks cool, the concept.
Yeah, like and I'm super interested in getting that game. So if they take their time and clean things up a bit, I have no problem with that at all. So
Yeah. Our last story that we're gonna get to before we get to the big one. Where did it go? Time out.
Oh no!
Time out, everybody. Time out. I just had it.
stop the press.
Ah.
Stop.
Oh, congratulations to Splatoon 2. They've been on the charts for 48 weeks in Japan, so that's a big accomplishment. So shout out to Nintendo for that.
Yay.
Yeah, and did you see Hollow Knight is the second biggest selling game on eShop right now?
Yeah, they said they sold a third of what they did on PC in that short amount of time, but they're thrilled. So yeah, I'm like, shoot, if you can't even if they sold a third of what they did on the PC within like 7 or 8 days, that's impressive.
Yeah.
All right. Our last story before we get to the big one comes from Nintendo Life. Atari comes under fire for seemingly knowing very little about its crowdfunding VCS console. Atari, not the Atari of your dad's generation, but the new Atari, which is basically, hey, your dad. I played Atari. Jerks.
I did too.
Which basically a company that owns the brand has been in the press a lot of late. The new company is doing everything it can to profit from the cachet, which surrounds gaming's first major player, from licensing the logo for Blade Runner 2049 to publishing new titles with the help of crowdfunding. However, Atari VCS, which borrows the name from the company's most successful console, also known as the 2600 in the United States, is a step into a much larger league. Announced a while back, it seems that seemed to be part of the NES Classic Edition Part Ouya. It will run classic Atari games, but is apparently powerful enough to play modern titles too. We say apparently because it would appear that even Atari itself has little idea what the final machine will do. Tech site The Register visited the company's stand at GDC for a live demo and was shocked to discover that not only was the hardware just a mock-up, the wireless controller was a dummy unit without working buttons, but the executive overseeing the project, Michael Arts, was unable to convincingly answer even the most basic questions about the system, its accessories, and the software will apparently be playing on it. Atari took issue with the coverage and published the following statement. They were mad about the article on the Register, which, a lot of podcasts have talked about. It says, we honestly can't explain that article either. Our executive sat with the reporter for half an hour, and he wrote what he wanted instead of what was discussed with him. Sadly, there are even irresponsible trolls in the professional positions, I guess. We clearly said that we were bringing engineering design models to GDC, and lots of people clearly don't understand what that means. Hunk of plastic? Well, yeah, that's how you finalize the designs and confirm that you can get the look and feel of what you want the finished products. Sad. The Register responded by publishing a full audio interview with Arts, in which he fumbles questions about key info. The most Arts is willing to divulge is that the VCS will cost around $250, will handle 4K video and powered by an AMD chipset, although it hasn't been decided which one yet. And will use a version of Linux software, given that it's unlikely to be challenging the PS4 and the Xbox One or their successors in terms of processing power. It's fair to say that Atari's closest competitor may well end up being Nintendo. However, judging from the responses that Arts, is seemingly likely that the Atari doesn't even have a functioning prototype yet and is essentially using crowdfunding campaign to raise the capital required to begin the work. A very dangerous strategy, but one that appears to be working. There's a week left in the Atari VCS Indiegogo campaign, and it has raised a whopping $2,921,382. That's at the time of this writing. Its initial goal was modest at $100,000. That's a handsome sum of cash, but is it enough to create, manufacture, and promote a new piece of gaming hardware? We're not so sure. Can the modern-day Atari possibly deliver on its promises, or will the VCS turn out to be little more than vaporware, much like the Atari's previous crowdfunding efforts, the troubled game band? I don't even know what that is. Let us know what you think, and if you believe Nintendo should be worried about this potential rival.
Oh, heck no.
No. Look.
That man showed them the receipts busting out that they lied. So it's just like your trust to the public has just like fallen down. Atari has not learned a lesson at all.
Atari should just stick to selling t-shirts and hats and, you know, licensing out whatever IP they have left and just call it a day. Like, it's a cool, like, this box is it's a cool idea in theory, right? Like, oh, it's a cool, you know, modern box that theoretically play indie games and some modern-ish games, and you know, the controller looks cool, and it has the joystick with the one button, like, that controller looks cool. Like, theoretically, it's a nice-looking box, it's a cool box, and if it was something functional, something I would maybe like to sit on my shelf next to my NES and Super NES Classic, right?
Yeah.
But for $250 and you still don't know what the box does or even has inside of it, and to have like a dud controller with you at the thing, like, and then lying about what you said, and then them having the audio recordings that prove that you're lying about what you're saying is like, ooh, that's a rough one.
You get a PS4 Slim or Xbox One Slim or even a Nintendo Switch with a little extra money, and they will provide more entertainment than some concept.
Dude, you can get a 2DS and like 5 games for that price and have a great time.
Heck, you could buy the Xbox Slim for $200 and then get the Atari games that was $20 each. The collection. Yeah. And still have money to go get some gas in Burger King.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the other side of this.
Oh my gosh!
Because I personally, like, I'm not investing money into it anytime soon. Mm-hmm. But like, if it looks anything like what they have the picture of what the system's supposed to look like, and the controllers look the way that they showed, I want them. Like, I don't want to pay $250 for them.
No, they'll be on clearance in 6 months, and you'll be able to get them for like $20.
Exactly, that's what I'm hoping for. but no, they, like, yeah, I mean, with us not really knowing exactly what, you know, like what they're picking for the, you know, for what's inside of it. Like, I had watched a video where they took the specs, you know, that were given out, and they tried to determine, like, you know, like what it would do. And it's like in between like the Switch and the Xbox, basically. So it's like a little bit more powerful than the Switch. Yeah. But not quite as powerful as the like, it's probably closer maybe even to the original Xbox, you know, One.
Yeah.
Because like it can run like they said, if the specs that they gave are real, it should be able to run no problem, like Grand Theft Auto 5 and like any of those big games like that. Like, but yeah, I mean, like I said though, it looks awesome, like that, like I just think it looks cool, but that's about as far as it goes for me. Like I do, like, you know, I hope that it, you know, it turns out and maybe we do have some kind of unique, you know, new system that comes out that people can pick from, but I'm just not holding my breath anytime, you know.
But the thing about it is just like, this is a science of Ouya all over again. And this is mad precaution that people should take. When you're caught lying, you don't have a system ready, but you want people to invest in a concept, and you haven't even did the research and development on your own. You know, what you're going to do with $2 million, and how long is it going to take? Mm-hmm. Because if you now got this $2 million and you blow 2/3 of it, and people who put money into the system don't have a product, that's going to be a problem, and they can't sue Atari for that.
Yeah. I want to point out right now. I'm looking at the Amazon page right now. For $2.99, you get Xbox One S, 3 months of Xbox Live Gold, 3 months of Game Pass, and an extra controller. I just want to throw that out there. Like, that's a way better deal than this box.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Like I said, it just looks sexy to me.
Yeah, I mean,
it looks
the,
amazing.
That's the thing. The box looks amazing. I think it looks really
the
cool.
The controllers are awesome too.
Yeah,
the controllers are sweet as hell.
The orange joysticks, it looks cool. Like,
yeah.
I think conceptually, it looks awesome. But like, if you don't know what it does, like that's a big problem. So
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of problems, we're gonna move on to our last news story here. This comes from everybody's memes, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Nintendo's YouTube page. Nintendo and Microsoft have partnered to create a Let's Play Together commercial. And the rumor is there's going to be a series of commercials coming out of them playing together. The first one is Minecraft, the Bedrock update, and it literally shows somebody playing with the Joy-Con grip controller sitting next to somebody playing with an Xbox One controller, and it is the coolest commercial I think I've seen. And it says it says like, build together, play together, survive together. And on one side it has Xbox Green, and the other side it has Nintendo Red. And it has an Xbox One logo in the Nintendo commercial. Like, it has the Switch and the Xbox logos together, and it says like, we can all play together or whatever. And it was like, I was like, this is the most amazing commercial I've ever seen. And like, Ed, you and I were talking last week, and we were gonna do a mini block about it, but we never really got around to it, and this is why I'm making it topic of the show. Phil Spencer went out to lunch or dinner or something with some Nintendo executives last week, right? And then
and before you even said that, if you guys watch our early E3 presentation, I told Corey, I have a feeling that Phil Spencer was talking to Nintendo when he was in Japan. Because he did mention that he was going to talk to the developers in Japan. And I think he went to talk to Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go for it.
And like, some rumors started floating around on Reddit and Reset Era about Rare Replay Plus showing up on Switch. I don't know how credible that is yet, because nobody's really reporting on it. So like, there's some things on, you know how Reset Era and Reddit can be, like, it's just not, I mean, they make up rumors all the time, but like, the topic of the show is, could we be seeing some sort of partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft that's going to be beneficial to both parties? And Sony's clearly being left out of this because they don't want to play nice with anybody. Like, is this the start of something that, like, is this the start of a beautiful bromance between Reggie and Phil?
We talked about this in early Pow Blocks and expansion passes, where we talked about that we could see some of their small indie IPs being played on Switch and selling games on Switch that will also play on Xbox through Xbox Live, so that Nintendo and Microsoft can benefit from this. Now, it would be cool if Nintendo gets that Rare Replay. Hey, Jesse got Rare Replay on Xbox, and I want to play with them. Hey, let's throw down, and I got it on Switch. Let's kick some tail and Battletoads. They can have crossplay right there, and people will buy it, because now those old Nintendo properties that were on a Nintendo console is there. Like, it would benefit Microsoft and benefit Nintendo with games. People will finally be able to hopefully get Cuphead on a little screen, but you already got the Joy-Cons, and you could just sit by each other, so you don't have to really worry about online or local play because you are right next to the person. Y'all playing on the Joy-Cons. You know, Cuphead is not that kind of hard to play as with a controller. You know, I think all you got to worry about is pouring it to the system, and that's more money. And then not only do you have Cuphead to play with on Switch, if they decide to actually do online and crossplay, now you could do it with Xbox and you could do it with PC, or I should say Windows 10.
Yeah,
That could open up more stuff. Windows 10 and Switch, why not?
yeah. I think like, you know, how they did it with Minecraft is so smart. Where like you can buy Minecraft, and this is like a win-win for everybody, right? Is like you buy Minecraft on the eShop, but to get into like the play together thing, you have to log into an Xbox Live account in Minecraft, and like, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean Xbox Live can run on Switch, but like you can run it as a per game basis and be like, oh, this is a Microsoft game. Let Microsoft know that you're playing this game by logging into your Xbox Live account, and you can gain achievements and whatever because you're logged into your Xbox Live account. And this works into what Phil said on stage, where he's like, our goal isn't necessarily for you to be buying our box, it's for you to be playing our games wherever you want to play our games, right? And
Right.
And that works into like you know, Microsoft's maybe streaming service in the future, but that also means we're going to start putting our smaller titles on Switch. You know, I could see that Battletoads games that comes out next year on Switch.
Yeah.
I could see Rare Replay coming to Switch. I could see the next Banjo or Conquer, or what if they take a new art direction in Perfect Dark, like we've been saying for a year, like a simplified art direction that's, you know, kind of, what if they made Perfect Dark a, like, the arts, they take Fortnite's art style, like a key from that, and make it really like almost Blade Runner-esque color scheme, and like have like these greens and these purples and reds, and just make the colors really pop, so you don't need, almost like, actually, you know what would be a perfect example to take Perfect Dark is like Killer 7, like that art direction, and like, oh, there's this awesome multiplayer game here on Switch, but guess what? It's also available on Xbox, and you guys can play with your friends. Like, that would be so cool to just see that happen. And you know, I really think this is a great idea, man. I think it benefits both companies too.
I say it maybe 360 games that had their 360 indie games that haven't been on any other platform, not even on PC, that could come to Switch. The accessibility controller. If Microsoft and Nintendo could get that controller to work on Switch, not only will people be able to play Nintendo's games with that controller, that's a big slap to Sony. You can sell as many consoles as you want, but if you're able to sell consoles and controllers to people in hospitals, and that doubles the sales between Microsoft and Nintendo, yeah, we could see that we could see crossplay and cross platforms, and you know, using each other in a great business sense really work out for both. That just doubles gaming for a lot of people.
Yeah,
like my thing too, like I'm thinking a little bit bigger, like as far as like what I'm really hoping for is like, because you know, like when Sea of Thieves first came out, like that, the whole idea of it is they wanted to be able to make it so it could run on like a lower powered systems, and
yeah,
like
it can run at like 360p and 15 frames a second, I think, is like the lowest settings.
Like what if that was a subtle hint that they plan on that eventually coming to Switch, and like them like trying to making that game so it can be played on an underpowered system, therefore it could be played on Switch eventually at some time. Like, dude, that would be freaking amazing if we could play that game on the go. Like, you know, like be able to bring it like I do with Fortnite right now. Like I would be playing Sea of Thieves so much if that was available on Switch.
Yeah.
Because I hate that I don't get to play that game nearly as much as I want to.
Yeah,
But
and to your point, Jesse, is like this would benefit both companies because it would give Nintendo a major third party supporter on the platform.
Yes.
And it would benefit Microsoft because, you know, a lot of people take a hit on hardware than when they release it, but there's in the where they make up the money is in software. They would sell a ton more software because the attach rate on Switch is a lot higher than it is on Xbox One. Like
Right.
I mean, that's just a fact. It's not that like Microsoft or third parties there have bad games. It's just like people just, you know, a lot of people just buy like 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 games a generation. You know, we're in the minority, of course, but like, you know, and I think that gives Microsoft a advantage to say, hey, Battletoads has sold 5 million units because, you know, we released it on 3 platforms if you count Windows 10, Xbox, and then Switch, right? And they all play nice together. Like somebody could be playing on Switch while somebody's playing on Windows 10 and somebody's playing on Xbox One. That's your 3-player co-op cross-play. You can show it off. You can brag to the hills about that. And what's Sony doing? You can I'm not trying to like rag on Sony here, but like I think if Nintendo and Microsoft really take this partnership seriously, their next commercial could be Fortnite. Their next commercial could be Rocket League. Their next commercial could be something like Overcooked or Killer Queen Black, which, you know, coming to Switch first, but also coming to Xbox One and PC at some point.
Yeah.
Like they could play up those crossplay things.
It would double digital purchases will probably double or triple along with that. If you buy it on Xbox, if you buy a special edition on it on Xbox, not only do you get it on Switch and on PC, but it's probably save you some money, like 10% off if you buy the deluxe version of it, compared to if you just buy it on PC and you only can play it on Windows. I mean, on Xbox One. Like if the deluxe version allows you to play it on Switch, people I think will be like, okay, Microsoft, we will buy your games. If you could do a deluxe physical version that there's a Switch cartridge and the CD for it, and you charge an extra $10 for it, but like make your games this version like $50, people will buy it. So not only is Nintendo and Microsoft making money, but it's gonna look great for a lot of people's collections. Mm-hmm. You know, and it don't even have to be on Game Pass. People will go out and spend that $50 because they want that physical copy. If they gotta pay Microsoft for it, they're going to pay Microsoft for it because they're going to want it.
And look,
the big thing with Xbox is the Play Anywhere thing. So yeah, like they ultimately could just start putting an eShop code for a game in with the CD, the CD version of the Xbox game, and then you basically would have the code to be able to play it,
Or maybe like the Play Anywhere stuff doesn't give you a Switch code, but if you buy it on Switch, you automatically get it on Xbox and PC. Maybe that's how it works, like hey, at least you bought our game somewhere, we're gonna let you play it anywhere. And like I don't really see it working that way, like you said, Jesse, where like, hey, we got a disc here with the Xbox game, but here's a Switch code. I don't know if it would work like that, but I could see it definitely working the other way, where like, hey, I bought this game on Nintendo, I logged into my Xbox Live account through this game, I now have it on Xbox.
Or that's kind of, I guess that's what I meant is, if you're buying it for Nintendo, you can still play it on your Xbox, is what I meant.
So I mean, I think, I know, like, if we would have had this conversation 6 months or a year ago, this sounds super outlandish, but like, Microsoft's making the moves and the partnerships with Nintendo. Like, they clearly want to have Nintendo as a partner,
But they sent Phil Spencer a Switch. They sent him a 2DS. Like, Nintendo has been more cool with Microsoft way in the past, surprisingly, than they have done with Sony.
Yeah, well,
So if
I mean,
Sony's just like,
that's also
oh, go ahead,
understandable,
Corey.
though. That's because of, like, the way Sony and Nintendo kind of just don't get along since the whole Super Nintendo PlayStation thing.
I could understand that, but I think times have kind of changed, and I think Sony is now on. Not saying that they're on this high horse, but they got to support PlayStation 4 the best way they can, because that's the only thing that's holding Sony up, surprisingly, and that's sad to say. Where Nintendo and Microsoft, I think they got so much capital and money in the bank that if anything happens, they could always dig in and come back from where they're at.
Yeah, because like Microsoft has so many other things besides Xbox. Xbox is like not even on Microsoft's, like, I mean, it is, but like, they've got Office, they've got Windows, they've got Internet Explorer, they've got Skype, they've got so many other things that make them money that Xbox is kind of like, oh, that's nice, we've got this other little thing over here that's making us money. But like, and Microsoft is a services company, which Xbox Live and now Game Pass, and I could see some crossover, like, hey, Microsoft is looking to expand their gaming stuff. Oh, Windows 10 PCs got a gaming store now, and it's got cross buy or whatever. Oh, Nintendo's got this cool little handheld that you can take anywhere that's way better functionality than our Surface tablets for gaming. Why don't we partner with them? Like, I just think they're trying to think outside of the box to get people to play their games wherever they really want to, and the Switch is like, the Switch is the perfect platform. Like you said, Jesse, Sea of Thieves was built from the ground up to play on low running machines because they want people to play the game. They want people to play that game. I could see once Nintendo Switch Online comes out, I could see them putting Sea of Thieves on Switch and having you log into your Xbox Live account and moving your save over to Switch, and you can now play anywhere. Like, I could totally see them do that. Or like, hey, you logged into your Xbox Live account, here's your save from the cloud, continue.
Yeah,
right. And even if they release games that don't even need to have Xbox Live connected to them, but you could just buy it on the eShop and it's on your SD card, or your micro SD card, that would still benefit both of them, because it's just like, I got this game, so now I could play it with someone in the household, or if I'm going to a convention, we don't really need no connection, but if you want to take the other Joy-Con and play with me, let's do this. Like, that would be so cool that Microsoft and Nintendo came and did that. And maybe Nintendo could put some could allow some of their IPs in Microsoft games, because
I think
Nintendo has been looking at ways to partner with other people to use their IPs.
Yeah,
it would be cool to have. I'm sorry, Corey. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the Bedrock update in Minecraft allows the Mario mashup pack on Xbox, and I think some cool ways to do that would be like, hey, remember Wii Sports? What if we put it on Xbox? And it's not gonna work like, oh, Xbox is putting Halo on Switch and Nintendo's putting Mario on Xbox. It's never going to be that. But there's going to be nods and winks and maybe some lower tier IP. Like, we could see a dumb Pilot Wings game on Xbox someday, like something like that. Or, we'll see. Well, I think Battletoads is coming to Switch. Like, that's going to be their first like real test of like, Remember when we partnered with Nintendo last year for Minecraft? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Battletoads. Battletoads coming to Switch next year. I'm calling it right now.
Could you see the Warthog being in Forza, and yet it's somehow transitioned into like a Mario Kart looking skin or something?
I could see them putting like like the generic Mario Kart in Forza. Mm-hmm. Like, I could see them doing that, or like the Warthog as a vehicle in the next Mario Kart, like some kind of weird crossover. But
could you see a level like in Forza Horizon, like if you go to a secret like tunnel and it transports you to like Rainbow Road.
No, what if it's just like this dumb little Easter egg where it's like you go into a warp pipe, like a green sewer pipe in Forza Horizon, and it takes you to like something dumb like Rainbow Road, but it's modeled after like the Hot Wheels stuff that was in 3, but it's literally like Rainbow Road or something dumb. Like I could see something weird like that happening, but I mean, like I don't want to sound like we're reaching for pie in the sky ideas, but at this point I don't really think we are. You know,
there's crazy possibilities.
I could see like Banjo coming as DLC for Smash. I could see Perfect Dark being a crossover title, like a $40. Here's a small campaign to run through with your friends, crossplay. Here's a cool multiplayer suite that you could play. Like I could see Rare Replay coming to Switch. I can see these things happening, you know, and you know, they're obviously starting small with the Minecraft and, well, not really that small, but you know what I mean, like Minecraft and Fortnite and Rocket League and stuff, like starting with that stuff, which is third party stuff, but I could really see them starting to push some first party stuff.
Well, and the thing is, you know, if the crossplay doesn't happen, we're not having these kind of conversations, and these conversations we're having is good for Xbox and it's good for Nintendo. So, I mean, you know,
I don't even know if we would be having these conversations without that commercial.
Yeah,
like it was a joint commercial between Xbox and Nintendo. Like it was a literal joint commercial.
But we literally have been having this conversation for almost a year.
I know. We have.
But I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, but it's like when we were having those conversations, those were pie in the sky ideas of what could happen. Now, these pie in the sky ideas are within reach, you know, and it's worth revisiting these dumb conversations we've had on air and privately.
And it's just exciting and in general. So
it's going to inside Xbox and Nintendo Direct party for the rest of the year. It's going to be entertaining if we see evidence of this show.
Yeah.
Would that be awesome if we started seeing like Treehouse like inside Xbox crossovers?
Like what if Major Nelson and Phil Spencer were playing with Bill Trennan and Reggie, and they were all playing something dumb? You know,
that would be awesome.
That would be. Dude,
I seriously do. I think we will see.
Can you see the Iwata
like
Smash craziness? Can you see that kind of trailer playing again, and they're introducing like Banjo and you can find as Banjo Kazooie versus like their tag team as Mario and Luigi and going at it. It's just like straight
or when they show off man, if they like did that for DLC, like if it would just
or Master Chief on Super Smash Brothers, and like when they announced that he's gonna be on it, Phil Spencer is on the Nintendo Direct to help announce it. That would be sweet as shit, dude.
That would destroy the internet. I would have to leave work early and just be like, Jesse, I need to wake up from your sleep. Corey, I need you to get online. Call everybody from the NGR podcast. We need to have a strict ultimate mini block. We're like right then and there, because we need to discuss this. What is going on in NGP? Your thoughts first.
Yeah. Before we wrap up this episode, I want to like, and I want you guys to like have a serious answer. I don't want like, oh, Halo Infinite on Switch, whatever. What is one possible game that Microsoft could theoretically do third party on Switch, like besides Minecraft? Like, what is the one game in Battletoads? Because I'm calling it right now. It's coming to Switch.
I know, but go ahead, Jesse.
Yeah. For me, it's like I said, I think. You know, like Sea of Thieves, like in my opinion, is like the perfect like all ages game to be put on the Switch. Like, you know, like I feel like that game would just work really well, just like Fortnite. It would work really well on the Switch. Like, you know, like it's just like everything about that game just screams like being fun to be able to play on the go or to bring around with you, you know, around your house and not have to be stuck on a TV, you know. So that for me, that like that's the one thing that I could definitely 100% see on Switch.
Yeah. What about you, Ed?
Viva Pinata. I think that could actually make a return.
That's a good choice.
To this, I think that could make a return, and it will fit not only the Xbox brand, but you know, with the Joy-Cons, they could do so much. And then think about a Viva Pinata Nintendo Labo set.
Oh, jeez! Wow, jeez.
Do you not think it cannot work?
I would love Viva Pinata on Switch, man. That would be so cool. And like, if Rare Replay Plus ends up being like a real thing, which so far it's not. I just, that rumor is just kind of stuck with my head because of all the Rare stuff. But like, that would put 2 Viva Pinata games on Switch. But
exactly.
By the way, there is a Viva Pinata game on Game Boy Advance. You guys should check it out. Right, Game Boy Advance? That's where it's at? Like the Trouble in Paradise Island or whatever. I don't know. There was a dumb Game Boy game because when Microsoft bought Rare, they had to wait. Rare made Viva Pinata, right?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Rare Replay. Wow, dumb question. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, because Microsoft had to publish or had to provide Nintendo with a couple Rare games that were left on the unfinished or whatever, and THQ ended up publishing that weird Banjo-Kazooie game, and then Viva Pinata was the other one. So for me, I still think Microsoft wants to do something with Perfect Dark, honestly, and yeah. I don't know if they want another first-person shooter to compete with Halo, but I think that's a way to say, hey, Perfect Dark's not competing with Halo, but we want to show that our partnership with Nintendo is strong. So why don't we make a first-person shooter for Nintendo that's also available on Xbox Live?
We're bringing the brand back to where it started at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's great marketing for both.
Yeah.
Well, and I honestly though I could see Microsoft making a Perfect Dark, like, you know, have obviously a storyline, but I could almost see them trying to make that their teen version of, you know, like their version of like a Fortnite or something like that, where it's like it's a shooter, but it's like geared more towards like all ages, you know, whereas, you know, Halo and Gears and of War and stuff like that is more for their adult, you know, their adult gamers or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, take a cue from Fortnite, take like that cartoony art style that works so well for that, and even Overwatch, like take cues from those games, use that. You know, I still think like Perfect Dark Zero wasn't a great game, but that color palette they used on the box art and stuff, and in that kind of opening level where you're trying to escape that building, like the purples and the greens and the like the bright neonish colors, like they could use that art style to their advantage and really create something cool for Xbox Live and Switch.
And honestly, they're only like, I feel like the only drawback that like with the Perfect Dark games was they just didn't have a solid like shooter mechanics and stuff like that. And you know, Microsoft has basically got all the heavy hitters in that you know, division who know what they're doing when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, you know, with a little help, like Perfect Dark could be an amazing game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 3 solid choices. I think that's, man. I would really like to see Conquer come back too, but that's a different story for a different day. Man, that game is worth the $10 I paid on Xbox Live for that backwards compatible. So
you know what? I kind of would like to see how Blinks the Time Sweeper would do with the Joy-Cons. if Nintendo could fix that up for Microsoft and make
you just
it
had to
and make
ruin
it.
the conversation, didn't you?
I mean, what if Nintendo took some of Microsoft properties that didn't work, and they put in their spin and fixed them and made them great games?
Yeah, there's, well, like your Viva Pinata choice is so perfect for a Nintendo system, and I definitely can see where Nintendo would be really good at taking some of those games like that, like Viva Pinata, and just having the functionality of the Joy-Cons and the whole motion sensing stuff, that them being able to make those games, kind of like we talked earlier a little bit before the show, but I was saying that it just seems like LA Noire is the best game way to play that game right now is on the Switch, just because they have the the functionality of the Joy-Cons added to that game, and and just that's something that Nintendo has an advantage with right now, is just that good functionality. They finally fixed the whole motion control stuff quite a bit, from their last systems, and I feel like it works really well now with a lot of stuff. So
yeah, well, that's what we think of the Microsoft and Nintendo partnership. What do you guys think? Do you think that anything else is going to come out of this partnership? Do you think we're going to get more cross-play, cross-promotion, cross-whatever between Microsoft and Nintendo? Who's going to win out on this? Do you think they're both going to win out? What do you think? What games do you want to see Microsoft put on Switch? Yeah, I mean, there's so much that they could talk about doing now. It's crazy. I think this is a great idea. I hope that something comes of this besides just funny commercials that poke fun at PlayStation. But yeah, I mean, we're all big Xbox and Nintendo fans, clearly, since it's the three of us on both shows. But yeah. I think there is some sort of I don't think it's that far-fetched to think that what we just talked about, it could not happen. I think what we talked about could happen, and we'll see. We've got a few more years left of Xbox One and a long road ahead of us on Switch, and Microsoft's got big plans and Nintendo's got a big platform, so we'll see. But this has been Nintendo Pow Block. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, you can find Nintendo Pow Block for now on Tuesdays every week here on Nerds Gone Rogue, youtube.com/NGRradio and NGRradio.com. Check out our other content on the network. Royale with Cheese is a good show that we do about Battle Royale games. Squad Goals. The one thing I wanted to promote before we get out of here. The Nindy Showcase is the premiere episode was on Saturday. Shovel Knight was our premiere episode. Our second episode goes up on Saturday at 10 a.m. Hope you guys check it out. Come to our YouTube page, youtube.com/NGRradio, to check out the Nindy Showcase that Ed and I and Jesse joined us on. What, 2 episodes? Or just the one Lightfall episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
So check that out. We've got another big project in store for you guys for the fall. I can't wait for that expansion pack to go up and let you know what that project is. And I think that expansion pack goes up after the Nindy Showcase. But you know what? It's good. It's all about games. We're all about games. It's a good time. So, check us out. Check out our website, ngrradio.com. Like, subscribe, and share. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at @sub_humanist.
Ed, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at That Pressure Code. You can check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and other podcast apps. And everybody, please check out this week's Optional Opinion. I have a very special guest, and I cannot wait for you to hear the discussion that we had. It will be available this Friday. So, yeah, check it out.
Nice. You can find me at CoreyNHG on Twitter and Instagram. You can, oh, gosh, Jolt.
Jolt.
Jesse's been drinking Jolt.
Jolt.
It's gonna be a long Arsenal X recording, isn't it? You can find me on a plethora of other shows, including Nerds Gone Rogue 100, debuting yesterday, which I think, in all honesty, like, I'm not trying to like brag about it, but I think it's our best episode. I think it's the best episode Nerds Gone Rogue has ever done. So check it out. It's a long one, but it's worth it. I promise you, it's worth it. It's 3 hours long. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next week, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo.